Hey folks, how you doing? Happy Tuesday. Hope you're having a good day. I know I am. Started the workday super early, so I was done early, which means I can be here. Check out all the new Fallout 76 stuff, and it actually looks pretty good. I will undoubtedly be disappointed at some point because I have a lousy attitude about some of this. That's okay though. We're going to work on that too. Try to relax and have some fun. Check out all the new stuff. And there's a ton of stuff to go through. I'm going to make it through as much as I can tonight. I'm, of course, really interested to see how the new low health build helps me work through this new board. They've added some stuff that's pretty different than previous seasons, especially for Fallout First subscribers. We now get accelerations as we're going through the board. So as you hit the, I think, 25%, 50%, 75% mark, you get these boosts where you start getting more score. And that sounds great. I'm a little concerned that as a consequence of that, they've also made it a little bit more grindy. They've made it harder to get some of the basic stuff. I don't know. I have no idea. We'll see. So, alright, well, let's go ahead and start out. First things first, I'm going to go take a look in the Atomic Shop, just like always. What do we have? We have a rustic greenhouse bundle. What is a rustic greenhouse bundle? Oh. Let's see, we have the log table, the rustic greenhouse camp kit. Greenhouse floor and foundations, skeleton wheelbarrow, don't know what that is. Death ray bug zapper, seen that. Rustic fountain and green boy player icon. Floor's okay. Yeah, I've already got the rug. Got the bug zapper. Little water thing. It's alright. Skeleton wheelbarrow. Yeah, like I said, okay. Table's kind of nice. Goes with the log cabin. It's okay. I will keep an eye on that. It's available for 20 days, so I'm not going to rush into it there. This is a little more interesting. This idea that I'm not sure I love it. I like the shinier, newer looking stuff, and so the idea of a beat up old looking greenhouse is So they've added a new floor in there. Oh, green. There it is. Greenhouse floor. That I kind of like. That one I like. So if there's no other, I kind of wish they'd left the vault people off it, but that's okay. Yeah, if I don't decide to get the whole kit, I will probably come back and grab that one, definitely. Bug zapper we've seen, the square rug, all this stuff we've seen. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Now this stuff is going to be repeats of last week, so I'm going to kind of breeze through. We've got the kitchen bundle, stainless steel fridge. Oh, they've brought back the Thanksgiving bundle. Is there anything in there that I really need? No, not really. Not even those. All known stuff. Although this is going to go away in 1 week, so I have to decide if I actually want to get that tile and whatnot. Okay, so today, kick it off with some free fireworks. I don't need the Wild Man rags. I don't need the Let's Hunt. The Future Tech bundle. What is in there? No, thank you. No, thank you. Got some of that already. Quirky little lamp. Oh, okay. Well, there's a thing that may be important. The small Vault-Tec prototype generator. So, on the last couple streams, I've been talking a lot about getting into some of the more advanced camp building techniques, some of which I don't know how true this is. I actually need to figure this out, and so was that just 6 days? Okay, so I've got a little time. I think that little generator is actually used in some important ways in doing some of those glitchy builds. It's either sheer coincidence that I see a lot of people using it, or yeah, it actually has some kind of weird properties that make it useful for doing that. Let's take a little more detailed look at some of the individual things. So no new clothes to speak of. No new skins. Not seeing anything that really jumps out. That's kind of cute and all, but not really what I'm looking for. Thank you. What do we have here? I'm still hoping for a smoke machine. And I think I'm going to be disappointed this time around. We got a boot lamp. Yeah, nothing yet. That, like I said, I may have to come back and take a look at. Styles, same thing. That's it. That's all you get. Okay. All right, there's that. So the first thing, before we even start the game, let's go into settings, and there's a new setting in here. I'm guessing it's under game. I don't think there's anything sensitive on here. I guess I should be careful. I can't remember. Let's see, aim assist is off. Good. Backpack visible on. Daily twice event, side, main, controller, vibration, look sensitivity, and all that. That's all display. Game. Oh, weird. Okay. I thought monitor resolution. You can see what kind of monitor I have there. Highlight corpses. There it is. Clear on remove. Yeah, that's okay. I'll go ahead and do that. So yeah, they started out by introducing that one feature now where a certain key will help you pick up not only the goods that are on one particular body, but you can like search a whole area around you, which is nice. I use it all the time. Saves a lot of time. You can still occasionally lose the corpse. Like if you, especially with the kinds of weapons I use a lot of explosives of different kinds, and they can send the bodies flying, and then you can't find them. This, I have no idea what it actually looks like, but it's supposed to help you find the corpses more easily, so we'll take a look at that. I think I'm going to leave the default setting there since it's turned on. And look at this, we got our first. We're going to take a look at the scoreboard here in a minute. I'll get the game going, get to a safe place in my camp, and then we'll start taking a look at the details of the board. And I think I'm going to try to slow down here. Oh, there's part of Hitbit's. That's one of Hitbit's camp builds that I've been talking about. That's his pop-up storybook of Alice in Wonderland. Just amazing stuff. Really, really cool. Sometime when he's online, I'm going to have to jump in and see if he has this one activated and go take a closer look at those trees that he put on the left side there. Because I cannot figure out how he made those. Pretty neat. That centerpiece there, the dome, is actually a grain silo that's been manipulated down into the ground so that only the top part is showing. He does some really, really cool stuff. All right. Oh, that's right. I forgot where I left off. So this is a new junk camp, meaning I've got this over here. I've got a junk extractor right over there. Let me kind of show you where on the map I am. So there's my oil shack, which needs to be renamed. Let's do that now. Let's rename it to... Call it not the junk shack. We're going to call it the junk trunk, just because. So we're over here. Whoops. There's the Wayward. So there's 76. Looks like we welcome, Mr. Magojuk. And yeah, there's the junk trunk right over there. Which I think is probably going to draw more people than it really should. There's nothing very interesting here. It's literally just one of these. Yeah, we'll grab that. I'm not wearing a jetpack. I keep trying to jump up there. And then in here, I'm taking the heart off again. I don't know. I just feel like it's the wrong thing. Oh, maybe I can't. It's going to be fussy with me now. Hello. It's there forever. Okay. And I've got a vending machine up here. So, basic stuff. Really, really basic camp. But it's mainly here to help me get springs, since springs are taking forever to gather. We're going to have a lot better things to do here soon. All my trees are weird. To my eyes, they looked like they were floating above the ground there for a second. No, they're planted in the tile, just like always. Strange. Okay. Let's go in here. Home sweet home. I really do like this little place. I need to think about it a little more. Words are hard sometimes. I need to think about it a little bit more. Having seen what Hitbit did with being able to, like, if I can actually put stuff on these shelves and display it, that is going to be awesome. I don't know if you really can. I'm hoping. All right. Let's see if I need a food, drink, anything. I mean, of course, I'm over encumbered, so I can deal with that real quick. The clothes are fine. Excuse me. Put that on. Put that on. Food and drink. Oh, got a bunch of spoiled stuff. Gross. Not eating the hound chops. And I'll deal with the food later. That's okay. Let's look at, not the challenges yet, the scoreboard. And here we go. First glimpse. Okay, so there you go. You've got Fallout First rewards along with the other ones. They show them a little bit differently now. So they were saying too that they're going to be adding, they have added, that is, more Fallout First rewards along the way. They've been there in the last couple seasons. They showed, like I said, they showed up a little bit differently. I don't think they're going to be like special items necessarily, like, you know, special camp items and that. Maybe there are one or two. We'll find out. We'll go through the board here. I think most of them are going to be things like this, like it's extra consumables and that, which is frankly just fine. I think that's great. So we've got the Dread Island Skull icon. We have scrap kits. Oh, there's another one right away. Lunchboxes. We've got green molded carpet floor. Okay, sure, why not? Like I keep saying, I'm not a super fan of the Crapville stuff. You know, things meant to look like everything's still, like no one could find any brooms or mops after the bombs went off. But it's a nice color, and maybe I can make it work. You can do something with that. Skull Flare and Legendary Script. Wow. There are a lot more Fallout First rewards. Look at this. A Floodlight. That's cool. Be looking forward to that. Let's see if we can get that one today. 150 atoms. Absolutely. Nice. Guessing that's a gesture, right? Ultrasight Flare. Kind of nice. Okay. Man, it's almost every second or third one has a Fallout First thing. They're really encouraging people to get Fallout First. Suit of armor. And there's the first boost, a 5% score boost. So I'll be really curious to see how long it takes to get up to that one. Like we've got 0 out of 1,000 for the first one. That seems about normal. I don't remember specifically, but that doesn't seem significantly higher than in previous seasons. So cool. Let's see. I'm going to mute my phone. There we go. Let's see. So we got the boost and some cards. Fireworks. Mercenary Company T45 paint. I haven't used any of the armor paints because I never ever use power armor. We'll save that for another time. Maybe it'll be fun to get into that. Look at all the goodies. A bone shelf? Okay. Clown painting. That's horrific. That's horrifying. I love it. That's perfect. Oh my gosh. So the clown painting absolutely goes in the room with the green molded carpet floor, right? Like there's got to be some other stuff along the way that's equally creepy that we can combine. Do a little haunted or abandoned room. A campfire icon. I kind of like that. I would use that one. A derby game, that looks fun. I'm honestly not a huge fan of. I've got some of these games and I don't put any of them out. Maybe I'm missing out. I usually these sorts of things I'll put out and I'll use them once or twice, and then I never use them again. I never see anyone at my camp using them, so they feel like a lot of show for not a lot of impact. But we'll see. Nuclear T cards, Mercenary Company, T51 paint, and more. Lots of caps on the Fallout First thing there. Legendary Scrap, Atoms, T cards and Boolean, Mercenary paint. I almost said Radish Robot paint. No, Raiderish Robot paint. Spider Attack icon, cool. Throne of Bone. Not really my style, but again, I can see where other people would really like that. I'm looking forward to seeing what other people will do with it. One thing I haven't really noticed or noted is that you see these along the way. They've done this before, where they have created, I'm not sure exactly how long it is, but a pretty long radio show that you can listen to as you go through the board. So that's kind of fun. I do like it was one of the things that I've enjoyed in the game since the beta, and that is the things where they do like radio show productions are actually pretty darn good. They get good voice actors. It's maybe some of the best writing in the game, so I'll actually be looking forward to those. And the whole sort of pirate adventure thing, not really pirate adventure, what would you call that? I'm not exactly sure. Just so sort of family adventure thing. I don't know. It seems fun. More caps. Patrioteer hat. Raiderish Marine paint. H4RT. Am I pronouncing that wrong? Is it supposed to be like heart? It's probably heart. Raider paint. I'm looking for the thing like the camp item that just makes me go, oh, now I have to grind through the whole thing. Chuck Wagon is not it. There's a 10% score boost. Now, I don't know if that replaces the 5 or if it's in addition to the 5. My guess is that it replaces it. Which, I don't want to get too greedy. Oh, blue shipping containers. They fixed a lot of camp items too. Like, you can go look at their list of things in the game, just bugs that they fixed. I'm really hoping that they fix some of the bugs with the containers, because they were pretty difficult to work with when they first released them. The yellow ones, constantly having stuff go through the floor. I ended up not using them a ton for one reason or another. Watching my wife try to use them on the PlayStation was just sheer frustration. Raiders combat paint, Patrioteer outfit. I'm glad to see, there's a lot of stuff along the way. Yellow molded carpet floor. Oh, well, there you go. That'll go with the clown, too. It's creepy looking. I'm glad to see, like I said, lots and lots of consumables in here. Lots of things related to currency and whatnot. That's fun. A gold-dipped grenade? If you insist. Okay, Raiders Secret Service armor. Oh, okay. Well, there's one I can finally use. I actually have the Secret Service armor. Crashed plane icon. I like it. Perk card pack. Dastardly Duo paint. Rusted brick wallpaper. Yeah, sure. I like that. Black jack-o'-lantern helmet. Cool. Skull cave icon. I expect to see a billion of those, frankly, as people work through the board. Lots and lots of those. Blue molded carpet. So we got a theme going. Blue shipping container. What was the other shipping container? Well, now I gotta find it. There we go. Blue shipping container. Yeah. It's just two different styles, maybe. They split it up. Pretty sure you got the whole thing all at once before. Rusted red. Yep, we got it. Jack Gordon black outfit. That is cool. Like, even without the helmet, I really like the outfit. So that's something to look forward to. ton of lunchboxes. I need to use those more. Blackbird Elite Jetpack. That is for power armor, so I will not be able to use it. It's cool looking. Junkyard Cultist Helmet. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. I don't know. Maybe. I think I'll be able to use that. In fact, I know I'll be able to use that. I can't say for what yet. I have to hang on. But a Dread Island Stein. Projects icon. Perk coins times 50. We're getting to the end here. More goodies. Or, just basic supplies. Junkyard Cultist outfit. Arm Wrestle Machine. And Dread Island Bundle. And the Secret Service dog statues. Now, the Secret Service dog statues we'll talk about in just a minute. My son and I were talking about that and what it might be. He brought up an interesting thing. So yeah, this is kind of the standard fare. I'm really surprised. Not a lot of camp stuff at all. Really. And nothing about the dog there. That feels like a bug. It'd be nice to figure out what the Secret Service dog statue is. So it looks a little bit like, if you played Fallout 4, looks like dog meat, doesn't it? I think it does. Apparently, one of the developers from the previous Fallout games, I think, passed away recently. And if I have heard correctly, that person is the one who named dog meat. So I'm kind of hoping this is a little bit of a tribute to them. That would be really cool. Oh, they have a tutorial. Has that always been there? Like, I'm not going to do it right now, but that's kind of interesting. Okay, well, let's go in. We'll take a look at the challenges and see what we can get done today. So, complete a Gold Star daily challenge. Yep. Wall or floor. Gold Boolean. Still not doing the daily operations. Someday. That's all I can say is someday I will look into doing those. I'm just not doing it right now. Moonshine Jamboree. Yeah, so they've added like 3 new challenges. This is one of them. So we'll be taking a look for those, seeing if we can join in. Eat a meat-based meal. So anti-vegetarian. I swear. Well, what are us mutants supposed to do with that? And repeatable under ranked 100. We have to get 10,000 experience, and then we get 100 score. Quite a bit. That's a lot of score. That's a lot of experience to have to get. That's okay. Fallout First. So this is a new thing too. Some of the challenges throughout each day are going to be Fallout First only. So they have created a number of different ways that Fallout First subscribers get. Like if you already subscribe to Fallout First, you're getting even more for your money this time around. I was talking to someone came onto the stream the other day and was asking questions. Is the subscription worth it? And the short answer, I don't give short answers on the stream typically, but the kind of short answer I could have given was, yeah, I think so. Like if you're interested in buying stuff out of the Atom Shop and you want I'm blanking on what you call it, the tent and the scrap bin. Like those 3 things right there are, I think, worth what they charge for the Fallout First subscription. You look at everything they're doing here, and they're really trying to ramp it up, trying to ratchet up the, sense that, nope, if you subscribe, you get a lot more stuff in the game. Okay, so we're going to have to level up. Not surprising. Collect an audio holotape. It shouldn't be too hard. No daily operations. 2 events, not just one. Moonshine Jamboree. Well, there's one of them right there. Craft or scrap armor. Gold Star completed daily challenge. Join a group with another player. Will do right away under rank 75. Yeah, I'm not going to highlight that one because I don't want it to go off all the time every time I kill something or pick a lock or whatever. But there it is. All right, we'll back out of there. We'll go to social, see what's available. Number 4 in on that team. We got our first score. We're on our way. All right. So I'm all dressed for the show, so to speak. Let's go. Actually, I don't know if I'm all dressed for the show. I gotta check my ammo here in a minute. How am I doing? 400 grenade rounds. We need 12. Yeah, we're fine. Dandy. All right, I need food though. Do I have anything to scrap? I do. That's weird. Oh, that was from the junk machine. I forgot about that. Okay. I should also go fill the vending machine, right? We still have the ordinary stuff to do throughout the day too, so all the boring, usual stuff. There's look at all the brain bombs, and they're gonna go bad if I don't eat them, so I'm gonna eat them. And some cranberry relish. Let's just do that right now. Brain bombs, and they're very filling too. That's really cool. Glad they did that. And then let's put the spoiled stuff away. Bleh. I don't want to go around smelling like rotten meat and vegetables. I'll keep my toxic goo in case I need to knock down my health by adding rads. This is just for sale later. I'm still going to work on collecting caps. We still have to find ROM too. Like for me to do my disco, the nightclub thing, I'm still got to find the mirror ball. That's like a constant quest now. Alright, I think that's probably good. Let's head up. How do you get out of this place? Let us go up and fill up the vending machine so we can earn the monies to ride the bus from here to there. It's basically how I think of the vending machines in this is it's like bus fare for fast traveling. I don't actually try to make a ton of money off of it, although it does work out that way sometimes. I have guests. Had guests. Oh, it was a rule. Any other rules? Anybody glowing? Look at that. That'll draw some attention. I haven't actually seen it at night since I just built it the other day. Cool. All right. Let's try putting the coffee in there. I've never actually put coffee in the machine. Why not? Psycho will sell for super cheap. I don't even remember picking that one up. I'm always surprised when the Radaway sells because it's so abundant, but it does. It's worth putting in the machine. Bathroom toilet. Just an old, stinky, broken bathroom toilet. Table lamps. That also is 10. Most things are 10. Makes it easier for me too, frankly. I don't have to think too hard about what I want to sell something for. Okay, we've got ammo. I've got my armor. I think I have enough drugs. Adrenal, berry menta, 30. That should last a while. It might sound crazy, but really, I go through those things pretty quick. Let's actually have some goo. My health is a little too high. I think that's one of the other things I'll end up building at this camp is I'll build like a little irradiation shed where you put a bunch of those radiating traps in there and a switch. So you just step in, pull the switch, and you blast yourself with radiation. Yeah, that'll be kind of nice. Doesn't sound nice, but you know, go figure. Okay, so complete Moonshine Jamboree. What else? What's going on here? Back on the beat. Man, I don't even know where to find some of this stuff. I'm just gonna head over here. Yeah, it's a short-lived experiment. Thought I would grow my own flux garden, and it did not work. Turns out the plants that you plant do not get irradiated, and that stinks. You know, as negative as I can be about this game, sometimes, you know, while still basically playing just this game, I thought it was interesting. They took a different approach this time around than at least what I've seen. I've not seen this in the past, where they in the announcement they didn't do a trailer. They had like a sort of a Q&A session with the guy who's the head of the Atom Shop team and the guy who's the head of, you know, they had basically people representing different groups in the company who are working on this stuff to be like, you know, when you're, and immediately in my head I'm like, yeah, so you know when I'm like trashing them and going, they don't know what they're doing, this is lame, their developers suck, they're putting faces to those names, and it's, let me just tell you, it's working. I still don't like what I don't like, but I'm like, okay, that's yeah, that helps. Having a person to think about when I'm getting ready to rage all over the game does help me kind of keep in mind. It still sucks, but you know what? Let's not trash the person along with the game, because Manonga Power Plant. Okay, you had nothing interesting for sale, I'm afraid to say. What about you? Not a lot of people down here, including some newbies. What do I say? Hi. I'm kind of wondering, do I head straight into West Tech and just start grinding away there and trying to get experience? I don't think so. I think I'm going to wait to try to get some, shall we say, natural experience just by going around doing challenges and whatnot. Hello. And where's the vending machine? You're not a vending machine. Well, that's interesting. Huh. Blech. I regret looking there. There we go. Whelm. Over expensive weapons. Fury, Raditz, Stealth Boy. Guessing no plans that I don't have. But again, if they're a lower level player, it'd be nice to help them out a little bit. Oh, hey, look at that. Mounted blow. Okay, completionist. I hate that one, but I'm going to do it. Pipe gun hasty 45 receiver. Yeah, why not? We're just going to make this guy stay. There you go. Have some caps. We're learning so much today. Alright. What now? Moonshine Jamboree. I have no idea where some of these are. I guess I should learn to look at this thing. Expand. Nothing yet. Okay. Complete an event. Level up. Craft a scrap armor. I could do that. Instead of building, I'm going to look at scrapping some. So, meat-based meal. Where's, oh, build a floor or wall decoration in a workshop or camp. Okay. All right. Taking a quick look around, seeing. Been a long time since I've had to look for new events on the board. It's kind of interesting. Okay. Let's head back. Could just walk up there. I don't want to walk up there. Back to the trunk. Where do I even show up? Oh, there. Okay, I gotcha. Plop. And we're going to head over here. I'm going to get this workshop, and I'll use that to start working through that goal. We'll get some event for the experience and something to tax it. Excuse me. Yeah, I'll say again, I'm a little bummed that there weren't more. Oh, there we go. I'm like, why isn't my backpack working? Backpack, you know, the backpack that makes you fly. Because I'm out of energy there. That's why. No. 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 No to all of you. Told you. Oh, under rank 75 gain XP too. Oh, look at... Okay, there's what that effect looks like. Interesting. Stop it. Cool. Okay. Yeah, look at that. That works. And then you take... I've got it set up so that when I take all their stuff, then the glow goes away. I like it. Gotcha. There was one over there. He dug down. Where are you going? You're not going to dig up through the roof, right? Because that would be pretty lame. Oh, there he is. Huh, ordinarily, gunfire makes him come out. And I thought I saw in some of the previews some additional kind of steampunky looking outfits and that kind of thing. Like the Jack Gordon one is pretty cool. Looking forward to that. That may actually be one of the main things I'm kind of looking forward to on the board. Again, not really complaining because a lot of what they put into the board this time is going to be extra camps and bullion and script and a lot of the currencies and other things. So that's cool. That works. Okay, so I think down this way there's going to be another junk pile. I can get that going too. Yep, there we go. More springs would be good. How many junk piles are there here, according to the stats? We have one. Just kind of surprising. It's a junkyard. You'd kind of think, right? Okay. Lock it up. All that good. And we have to put down like 25 wall or floor decorations. What do I have that's cheap? Because I just want the points. Wall decor. 5 wood and 5 cloth. That's a lot. Just 5 wood. Just put the same painting all over the place. Pick a small one so I can fit a lot of them in there. I hate puppies. Like, I had to pause for a minute because I was kind of wondering, like, wait a minute. Is it not counting them? Like, do I have to put 25 different things out there? Oh. I can stack them. I think it's a good use of the goal, right? Really? That was it? That's 25? Well, now I'm kind of like set. Like I have a mission here. Just a few more. Okay, and then it's kind of like their fearless leader right in the middle of all of them. There we go. Claim it right away. Prepare your defenses. What defenses? Just gonna get up here and bomb stuff. And let's see. So if I go here and then do that. Oh, it didn't do it. Wait a minute. Did I forget something? Liberators. Had to be liberators. Come on. Help me out, Vats. Uh-oh, my sound went away. Why are they blowing up? There we go. Boy, Vats is having issues today, and my sound seems to have died. This happened... That's getting old. Check my perks. Start genes, action roll, basic dodgy. Yeah. Die. Really? Ugh. Well, I may have to quit the game and come back in if I want sound back, unfortunately. There we go. Wave 2. Yeah, that was just too far away. Yep, and they're glowing too. So that's handy. Ugh, the grenades today. The next grenade had better hit because this is silly. There we go. 1 out of 2. We got one more to do. So interesting to see the effects combined, because now I can tell right away if the enemies that I've killed that are further away, whether or not they were included in the... Like when I picked up a range of items. I can't describe it very well, but it's handy. Okay, let's see. Stash boxes. That one and that one. How about a workbench? Crafting. Put a tinker's bench here somewhere. Nothing there. Okay. All right. Oh. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, so that didn't actually... Oh, that's kind of silly. Why didn't it show that? Okay. Let's go through some of the basics here. We'll just keep earning experience and looking for some basic supplies, waiting for the event to pop up. Also, still need more toxic goo. Get rid of that. Apparently that one was not so toxic. There we go. A little better. I got my sound back though. That's nice. That usually doesn't happen. I should have killed him. Hey, very cool. Nice. Oh, I'm out of berry mentats again. Ooh, not bad. Man, little teeny shift there in aim makes all the difference.
No fight today.
Beg pardon? Who's there? Yeah, I really want to shoot you, but you're a little too close. Get up, get up, get up. There we go. Where'd he go? Did I see correctly that one of those did 2 damage? That seems low. No, I don't even know if there's any goodies. Oh, there are. Good, there's lead. Ooh, you're a tough one. Nice. Are we done? I feel like I missed some. Oh, yep. You're lying on it. Thank you. Nope, that's it. And there's the armor to scrap. Good. At least I think that should count. Just shy of all done. I like this tent in that it's not the like Mothman cultist looking one, which I generally don't like because I don't like the sound of the bone chimes, which I think I'm alone in that. But this one's also too huge. It's kind of hard to place sometimes. Is that fuel? It is. Adhesive and oil. Don't I'll just leave that lying around. Okay. So let's take another look at the scoreboard. What happened earlier was... Yeah, I thought I claimed both of them. Am I doing something wrong? You have to hit a different key. That's weird. Oh, inspect fallout first. So that's also like at the end, wherever it was. Inspect. There we go. I didn't see that down below. I'm so used to just clicking on things. Remember the fallen and remember our friends with the rusted iron Secret Service dog statues. Includes a small and a large variant. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I'll be curious to see what the plate says. Can't quite make it out from there. Okay. And you can't just click on things anymore. You have to actually go hit the keys. What are we doing? A Moonshine Jamboree yet? Whoop. You know, I really don't use this enough. I'm going to have to use this a lot more. It's actually kind of nice to see everything in one place. Yeah, we'll do that one. That one's right near the 76 exit. Probably could have just fast traveled that way. But oh well. There's the second event. I also heard some scorch. Where are they? Hello. No. You got blown up with the car. Eviction notice. There's one of the new ones. So it's not the one I'm looking for, but it'll do. So let me drop some stuff here. Nope. There. And there's the armor tool. Cool. Nice. We're well on our way. That's not what I wanted. Oh. I didn't realize I'd already gotten another one. Alright, scoreboard. Let's take the supply package and the lunch boxes and the green molded carpet floor. Hooray. Man alive, they got a lot of stuff now. Anything else to scrap weapon-wise? No. Okay, this. Oh. That. Do it. Okay. Vendor, let's do featured. No. Oh, hell. Featured. Fiction notice. No idea where I'm going. Let's just go. Probably gonna die. That's okay. I'm expecting a bunch of ridiculously high super mutants.
Is anyone out there? This recording is a call for help. Our settler camp was attacked by mutants last night. Please help. My name is Kenneth Dean. We're south of Huntersville. I think I'm the last one alive.
Oop.
Taking much longer. The mutants have left. But now, hurry. Destroy the meat bags when you get here. That should drive them away if they come back. There's a machine in the crater. Should take care of the radiation in the area. Keep it running. We'll never finish building here if it breaks.
Interesting. So they kind of pop up from all over the place, huh? And like a lot of events lately, my jetpack is on overdrive. Meaning I need to kind of be a little careful. Oh, come on. Do not need VATS issues today. Thank you. Oi. Come on, get up. Get up. That way. A lot of lead scrap I saw in there. That's cool. This is, you can tell right away, this is going to be one of the race to get anyone, like race to get anything done. Because they're not coming in very fast. Get up there. They're not coming in very fast, and there's a ton of people here. Oh, there is no roof. I feel like I'm always in the wrong spot. There. I don't have to kill them all, I just need to mark them. That one? Destroy the meat. What do they mean destroy the meat bags? Is that just another name for super mutants? Hey, how you doing, Jamie? I just saw your comment. How you been, man? I am being useless. I can't see anyone. Oh, that's a grenade. Interesting. New super mutant type? That's cool. I'm tired of VATS not working worth a darn.
I guess they're not supposed to yeet anymore either, which is really disappointing.
What's that?
I guess they're not supposed to yeet anymore either, which is very disappointing.
No kidding.
Yeah, somebody was like, oh no!
That's kind of silly. That's part of the fun of using the weapon.
Somebody fixed the physics. We'll have to try it out and see if it's true.
Yeah, I haven't hit anything enough today to actually be able to tell. It feels like that's a little different too. And my jetpack is a little touchy, and like they've changed some of the basics a little bit. It's going to take a little while to get used to. Just going to start lobbing grenades over there at random. It's kind of like, so there are certain events where you don't like go down the hallway all the way. You don't, you leave room for the bad guys to come. Well, they kind of eat when I use that gun. Get up there. Am I stuck on a rock? Well, never mind. Let's see. Been better, but you're doing okay. How am I? I'm sorry to hear that things aren't awesome. I'm doing okay. I'm hanging in there. In one way, it's... No, it sounds like there's a gun stuck. Or someone just doesn't know how to let up on the trigger. Life is what it is these days, right? Hopefully I hit something with one of those. Oh, there. We got something. I have mixed feelings about all this. Sorry, dude. Hope I didn't do that. I tell you, I don't know what they mean when they talk about, yeah, I missed him. Did I watch the Xbox Bethesda games coming within the next year stream? I didn't. I saw a little bit of Starfield. Watched that as a separate, like, after the fact. And we watched the interview they had with some of the 76 development team. But I didn't see anything else. And rubber banding. I'm coming. I'm gonna shoot this guy first. There. Okay, now I'm coming. Dude, you made me waste my stim pack. Don't die when I use my stim pack. So hanging out up on the ridge in this one does not pay off. All there is to it. You gotta kind of figure out where they're coming from and get there. Get more experience. Starfield is what you wanted to talk about. You're excited for? Oh, that's cool. Awesome. I can kind of see why. I was a little... It's interesting. It's kind of... we couldn't help but notice the similarities between it and, say, another game that has virtually infinite space exploration and builds and whatnot. But it's like that, maybe with a stronger combat orientation, right? Less about the ships, more about the guns, maybe. I don't know. I could be wrong. It was just kind of my take. I didn't actually see the whole thing either, so that take is not based on a ton. For you, and a little bit for you. A little bit more for you. You seem like you're pretty tough. Whoop. Stop that. Oh, I'm dead. It's like Fallout mixed with No Man's Sky. Yep. To a T, exactly. I'm inside someone. I can see my own teeth. Or theirs. I don't know, and I don't want to know. I set that up. There we go. Ugh, I can't even walk. Look at this. I'm going to have to leave whatever junk I found, which is too bad, because there's a lot of lead in there. Scrubber needs repairing. Now I can move. See if someone else grabs my stuff. Oh, there we, boy, I haven't discovered a location in a long time. going the right way? I feel like I'm going the right way. He's a bad guy. I'm going the right way. First, drugs, then kill. And you pretend like you're the one who got me. Now I'm over encumbered again. Where did my death bag go? Bet someone grabbed it. I'm not even gonna think about it. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. So it looks like the build, kind of like the, I guess, base building in it, looks kind of interesting. Have I seen a new game called The Quarry? I have not. Seen a... someone stepped on a cat. I've seen a couple of the other kind of new and upcoming games, but I've not heard of that one. Did we fail? First time in, did I fail? I think we failed. I think we failed, and we have to listen to that gun forever now. That's punishment. So what is The Quarry like? What is it about, and who makes it, and all the good stuff? Okay, so this one is kind of like line in the sand, where if you get too distracted in going and trying to take out the bad guys, you're going to miss your core purpose, and it's going to be really easy to like lose because you don't repair the thing you're supposed to be defending. Got 45 minutes. Why is cranberry relish get used up so much faster? How about some more food? I have some cooking to do too. May as well just use these for food. They're just going to get used up. Like they're going to go bad here pretty soon anyway. There we go. Oh. I'm looking at a thing with a menu, so none of my hotkeys work. They're more like warm keys. You have an open pack? Sure, why not? Let's do that. LCI. Slick. We'll do that. So S. What's the key again? Oh yeah, scrap. L. I. And I'm not going to be able to tell which one it is here because I have too many. Oh, batteries included. That's it. And C. Where is C? Charisma. That one. Okay, there's that. So you can't remember the people who made it, but it's like it's a game called Until Dawn, and it's made by the same people. Kind of like a choose-your-own adventure story with a lot of quick-time events. Oh, interesting. Okay, I like narrative-based stuff, so that sounds cool. I will remove... Oh, I have... Oh, that's also why I'm not doing enough damage. I didn't realize I had that on. Rats. Oh, well. Ton of collectibles and many different endings. Awesome. Sounds good. So is that also a Bethesda thing? You were saying that Bethesda did a number of different announcements. What do we want to do now? I think they still have the one event to do because I think that one failed. Or not. I don't see it listed anymore. Yeah, and I completed 2 events. Okay. I don't know, actually. That I just realized. The second event I did could have been any number of other things, so... Whatever. Collect an audio holotape. And I still have a piece of armor to get, too. Let's kind of... Oh, yeah, where am I? I guess it... Oh, okay. Gotcha. Near Foundation. Yeah. Alright, let's travel down here real quick. So far, it's about these camp counselors running around at night. And no, it's not Bethesda. Okay, this game came out around a week ago. Gotcha. Oh, I'm over encumbered. I probably have too many legendaries. And grenades. And mines. Rolling pins? And Assaultron heads. Those I'm going to hang on to. Looked at all the stuff. How am I now? All good. Dying to get out of here so I don't have to listen to that gun anymore. Ugh. So the quarry and camp counselors running around at night, it makes me think back to, if you ever saw the film Breaking Away. And it was a bunch of like kids on the transition to adulthood who, one of them is really into bike racing, pretends to be Italian, don't ask why. He's a big fan of an Italian racer, basically. But yeah, Dennis Quaid is in it, and it takes place largely at a quarry where they all go swimming, and whatnot. Swimming and probably having a few beers and whatever. But the quarry ends up being, it's this big place filled with water, and it's kind of where they hang out. And when I hear about camp counselors and the quarry, I'm thinking, it might be the same sort of thing. It's an old quarry. It's filled with water. It's a, that kind of thing. I don't know. I am totally making stuff up out of my brain, though. Well, not really even out of my brain. I'm totally making stuff up out of other things I've seen. But it could be. So interesting that event that I just tried to do, I don't know if I succeeded or not. It looks like if you play it smart, you can actually get a lot of lead there. More in other events anyway. Okay, there's that. And now we've got, line in the sand. May as well. Let's keep it going. Get all of our events for the week tonight. Nope, not that one. special gun just for you. Need you jump? And that is why. Oh! Surprised the heck out of me. Another repeatable under ranked 100. Good, good. Whoop! Yeah, I saw you around the corner there. Still kind of scared me when you jumped out like that. And another game coming soon from the stream is Ark Survival Evolved 2. Okay, I've heard of Ark Survival. And apparently it's starring Vin Diesel riding a T-Rex. Tori also has a telltale they will remember this system. Oh, I think I get what you mean. Cool. We have enough people. Let's initiate the pre-combat check, shall we? No, it sounds good. I'm still really excited to see... there's the one I go on about all the time, the Tomorrow Children. There's been more and more news. That thing actually has a trailer now. They're calling the relaunch the Phoenix Edition, which the fans really loved. So that was cool. And then there's that game Stray that I think looks really, really good. Looking forward to playing. You basically play a cat in a future society that is populated by robots instead of humans. And a cat, apparently. But the visuals look amazing. And I've kind of been tracking that one for a long time. So I'm looking forward to seeing it finally released. They still yeet pretty well.
Oh, okay, good.
Unless I'm mistaking what they meant by yeet. I mean, they still go flying. Get in on this. Oh, yep. There we go. Awesome. Oh, I need to be able to switch guns faster, though. Whoop. There. Bats is acting really weird today, though. It's not targeting properly. It's overshooting even more than it used to. I'm going to switch guns for a little bit. This is my stim pack. I feel better now, thank you. Switch. Tell you to switch, you switch. There's another repeatable. I was curious to see how often I'm going to see those, and I have to say I'm pretty happy. They're popping up a lot. Going deep in the Sonic generator, happy? Might not understand what I mean. Oh, okay, but whenever you make the decision in Telltale game, it saves it in the corner. It'll say something like, Tim Allen will remember. Yes, exactly. No, that's what I figured. Yep, I remember that from the little teeny bit of a... I think they did one called The Wolf Among Us or something like that. And I played a little bit of that one. And I remember that being a feature in that game too. okay here? Hey, how's it going, Nikki?
I was seeing what you were doing.
Line in the sand. I tried one of the new events. Did not thrive. So it's like anything. They've set it up to, you know, there's going to be certain strategies to develop, and they just haven't quite developed yet. It looks like it was the super mutant one, and it looks like you should hang out on the ridge up above everything. But the way they vary the path of the super mutants coming in, that's not necessarily a good thing to do. Basically, people who hang out in the middle and just kind of run around and try to find them directly end up getting them instead. So, but there's, without spoiling too much, there is a new super mutant type in there. Have I tried the Wave Survival event? Depends on which one you are referring to. I just did the, what was it called? Eviction Notice. Oops. That was okay. Like I said, I feel like I've still got to get used to it a little bit. Probably learn some better strategy. But lots of people are in that camp right now. The first one on new trailer, the 2 teams in a bunker thing. No, I've not done that one yet. How is it? It's interesting that, is it just me, or are there like green sparks coming off the scorched every now and then? Oh, I'm out of berry mentats. There we go. And right onto you. Come on. Come over this way. Or not. And then you can have a choice in the future to defend yourself with it, and if you never find it, you'll obviously not be able to use it. So then that could possibly get your character killed. Did I miss one? Oh, and Until Dawn talks a lot about the butterfly effect. There we go. And how every decision you make changes what could happen in the future. Like if you find a baseball bat, your character will remember it. Gotcha. Okay. I missed your first comment. I'm like, something's not right here. Whoops. That's not what you want to do. Up. Stay. Oh, missed. Oh, well. Are we done? Okay, we're done. It's one way to activate the Nerd Rage. Cool. Yeah, you know what? I don't remember seeing a lot from Telltale for quite a while. I knew I forgot to put that back on. Oh well, that's fine. Yeah, so it's kind of I'm kind of curious to see more of what they've done, because they were just nailing it for a long time. Like they could do no wrong, it seemed. They had one pretty big, relatively big hit after another, and then it feels like I don't know, they just kind of vanished for a while. Did that just say loot all nearby corpses? Yes, it did. Oh man, if you haven't seen that, here, I gotta drop some stuff because I'm walking too slow. They have a combination of features now that relate to looting. That one that you just saw has been around for a little bit now. That one's been around for a while. Really handy. Like, love that. Makes it so much easier to clean up after an event. Finally got some cool updates. Yep. Yeah, and then the other one now is they will actually, you can turn this off if you don't like it too, which is also kind of cool. But they will make the bodies glow after you kill them so that you don't lose them in the weeds, as could happen so often. So you take something now, it'll glow kind of a pale yellow color. Let's see if I got any over here that are glowing. Probably not. No, I don't think I killed any of these. So, but yeah, if there's a body on the ground and there's something within a certain range here, and it's a fairly generous range, you can just hit R if you're on PC. Nearby corpses, grab it all. Because it's one of those things that kind of makes sense. Like, there are certain things you don't want to make too easy because they're part of the choices you make in the game as to where you're going to spend your time. This is not one of them. The idea that you have to just rummage around through grass in a video game looking for body parts so that you can pick up a shotgun shell. There's one that's glowing. So yeah, they'll just keep glowing like that. I've got it set so that they'll stop glowing after I grab their stuff. So, well, that one goes away, so that's not a real good example. But you get the idea. Yeah, so it kind of helps you focus on what's more fun in the game. Like, you know, I don't want to spend the next 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour going around just trying to find everyone I killed so I can get their weapons, so I can scrap them for steel and all that. You know, I want to move on. So that's turning out pretty handy. Nothing worse than hunting around for bodies after an event to find all your loot. Yes. Yeah, especially back around like Halloween when they introduced the spooky scorched and that kind of thing, and there's like a lot more writing on finding them. Like if you killed a bunch of the legendary, the spooky scorched, you didn't want to give all that up. All the different chances at all the different kinds of stuff they'd put in there, you know. So yeah, it's a nice feature. Yeah, I was saying earlier, it's been kind of interesting, you know. I know Bethesda takes a lot of flack from people, myself included, honestly, from no-name players like me, you know, for like, oh, this sucks and I hate this thing and blah, blah, blah. Well, this time they didn't really do a trailer for the announce. They did a team interview. So you saw the guy in charge of the team who manages the Atom Shop, and one of the guys who does sort of the scoreboard stuff, and it was kind of interesting. I kind of got the sense that they were trying to put some human faces behind the people who designed this, so that maybe there won't be so much hate and rage on Reddit and other things, right? So, oh, your brother built a pen for your chickens. Oh, cool. They used to live in a shed, so you cut a chicken-sized hole on the side and added the pen, and now they're very happy. Running around and terrorizing the ant hills. Nice. That's cool. I was about to make a joke about a kazoo, but it sounds like maybe that's not the right joke to make right there. I don't know. Let's see. We've still got Moonshine Jamboree I've not seen yet. Yes, not there yet. Collect an audio holotape. Oh, that's right. That's one of the things I gotta do. Rather than do that right away, though, let's see. Is there any... No, I don't have any teammates who are any closer to where I need to go. Let's go to the Rusty Pick. I've got a bunch of legendaries weighing down my stash box, so let's trade a bunch of those in. And then we can head down to the fire station, do a quick check for lead. Keep heading north from there. Yeah, so a lot of the features they've added I like. Man, if you look at the score... So, I don't know how many people subscribe to Fallout First. I get the impression that a lot... We're not going to take their... Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Sorry. Been a while since that topic came up. I don't know. Fond memories. But anyway, if you look at the scoreboard and you subscribe to Fallout First, there's a ton of stuff on there. Most of it is like consumables. It's not special camp items and that kind of thing. But they've really stepped it up for Fallout First people. Which I thought it was fairly well worth the subscription price anyway, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Okay, so I need all the legendaries that I'm not keeping. Nocturnal Salvage Assaultron Head, that one's mine, not getting rid of that, that's mine. Then armor. Bolstering, Sturdy, Raider, Left Arm, Chameleon, Chinese, nope. That, oop, not that, and that one. I almost grabbed my power armor, which I don't use. I should probably dress it up a little bit, do something with it. Away they go. What am I up to? 311. Not enough to trade in yet. That's okay. Instead of just walking out the door, let's just do this. So how many chickens do you have? And have you kept them for a while, or is this a new thing? Me taking secret photos of some random teammate who visited my camp. It's kind of funny. If you're sleeping in your camp, or I guess if you're sleeping anywhere, you can go into photo mode and just kind of fly around the room like a ghost. And so people can come in and kind of stare at you, whatever. You can like float up above them and take pictures or follow them around a little bit. You're on a kind of a short leash, but you ever see a character who looks asleep, you never know. Might be standing right behind you. Ugh, no lead. That's okay. I found a lot of lead other places today, so that's fine. I don't know of any holotapes here, I don't think. There is one. I think the one a little further up north. Let's go up there. And to get there, I guess I can do it in 2 hops. Why not? I'm also laughing at anyone who doesn't know what chicken kazoo means. So it's like, no, we're not going to take the chicken's kazoos. It's like, I'm sorry, what? You're not going to take the what now? Uranium Fever, which I'm probably not going to do. That is not one of my favorite events. I know a lot of people love it, and it's a huge experience boost, and I think I'm talking myself into doing it. Let me check here real quick first. Flatwoods. Yes, there. Go there. Get a move on. And there we go. Boy, that took a while. 5 that you've had for about a year. 6 we've had for 4 or 5 months. And 6 guinea hens that you've had for a couple months. Well, that's cool. Thank you. Aha. Yeah, we'll go ahead and play it. And that'll take off that gold, too.
Welcome back, dear listeners. It's time once again to put aside all you...
I was talking earlier about how they've added some more radio plays to the scoreboard for this season. And it's an aspect of the game I actually kind of like, so I'm looking forward to listening to them later. I don't know that I'm going to do it on stream, because I end up then just sitting there and, you know, we'll see. I get it? I got it. What was in there?
Sugar Bomb,
Yeah.
the breakfast cereal with explosive
exclusive great taste and 100%
Oh, speaking of sugar bombs, I gotta grab some more. I almost forgot.
Get your morning started right with Sugar Bomb.
Don't shoot
Our
the
tale
cockroach
begins
with a
on a
grenade.
fateful night
Bad idea.
when a young pioneer scout, Fred Fisher, finds himself in quite the predicament, having taken a
Cool.
spill
Good
and
deal.
fallen into a dark place.
Where am I? Jack? Biff? Mr. Bailey? Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Who's there? I can't see you.
Me. My name's Sally. What's yours?
Fred.
Are you okay, Fred?
I think so. My head must have hit it when I fell.
Oh no. Did you get lost too?
Well, sort of. What I mean is that I was camping with my scout troop by the lake near Flatwoods. There were these lights kind of dancing in the sky.
Neat.
I guess. Anyway, we heard some weird noises and the guy's double dog dared me to go look. So I did.
All by yourself? You're really brave.
Shucks. Thanks. I followed the noises to an entrance of an old mine. It smelled awful there, like blood but worse. Suddenly, there was a light shining down on me. I was super scared and ran to the mine to hide. But everything felt strange. Like
Hey, I leveled up again. Cool.
touching the ground. Everything went black and I woke up here in the dark.
That'll happen to me too. Whoops, do it like Dad says. When you strayed or lost your foot, do it first and stay put. They said they'd bring him soon. There are other people there?
A very good question indeed. Tune in next time to find out the answer in the chilling conclusion of Who Goes There? The Strange Encounter in Flatwoods.
Okay. What else to do here now? What am I down to? Moon still. Wrong one. The 5 eat from your hands, and there's a certain one that has really fluffy, puffed out cheeks, and he's my favorite. He's the friendliest, but he likes attacking random wild birds. Yeah, I've heard they can be actually like pretty aggressive. So, good that he's nice to you, though. Let me check something really quick here. So what have we got? It says adhesive. We're fine. Is it spring? It says springs. What are they? Loose springs? Loose springs. 44. Yeah. You need to head home and empty the junk hut, or whatever I told it. The junk trunk. Oil 75. Not bad. Having a heck of a time keeping enough stuff in there. There's a bomb going off, destroying my house. Grabbed a robin by its tail, and they all attacked it like they were a gang. Yikes. Wow. Nature can be rough. Any springs? Springs? No? Oh yeah, some. Oh yeah, 5. Not bad. Wow, those things actually let you store quite a bit of stuff. That's cool. I was always too nervous around them. I think they can kind of sense that, so it's like I never thought of them as cuddly, but I've known a number of people who, yeah, they're like, you know, like any other family pet. See if I have... Ooh, confused. There we go. Any more toxic goo in here? And I still gotta go to the store, too. I just realized. Toxic is 75. Yeah, I guess I do. That should do it. And then how am I doing for brain bombs? I've got 13 minutes. Cranberry relish, 29. Doing okay. Doing all right. So let's see. From here, that is, I think, the nearest train station. Go sell some stuff. So how's the job going, if you don't mind my asking? Or if it's something that, based on what you said earlier, if that's what you know, if you don't want to talk about that, that's cool too. I get it. But I hope it's going well for you. All right, take out the grenades, all the grenades. And one of those. Whoops. Don't think I have anything there to sell. Oh, stuff's starting to go bad. Did I lose? No, good. Okay. It's going good. Oh, well, that's good. Good. I'm glad to hear it. It's very tiring. Yep. I hear you there, too. Anything else to sell? I'm going to have to make some more mentats here before too long, too. All that good. Bloody mess, good. Take tenderizer. Put on hard bargain. Hello, sir. Weapons.
Ammunition and other supplies available here.
I know I'm supposed to be eating some of this meat for a weekly goal, but I'm not doing that yet.
Now, trading
Meat's always super easy to find anyway.
ammunition and gear.
That'll help. Nope, not that. I don't think I'm going to try to, like, empty out the machine every day. Like, if whatever I happen to have on hand, I'll sell off.
Equipment.
Then call it good. Head over here. You got yelled at by one of your bosses, but he didn't really know what he was talking about. And after he told me to never effing touch a pallet of stuff again, I explained what I actually... Oh, jeez. Ugh. People. Onto the roof. Now it's working better. I mean, you run into all types in any job. But, you know, you're all adults working there. Doesn't matter if something went wrong. You treat one another with respect. It's one of those things that you figure that, you know, all it takes is a couple times and you're being wrong, and you'd hope that would develop a little humility, but it doesn't always. He apologized about yelling. Well, that's nice. And getting angry without asking my side of the story. It's just because it's good. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, yeah, that can get in the way too. Get off of that. I just don't like the way you look. You're late. Okay. All the glowing dog bits. And this time, though, since I've already done the food for the day, I'm not going to care. Well, I was just stupid if I get rid of the meat. So even if it goes bad, I can use it for fertilizer, so... We'll just put it in the trunk and wait for it to rot. That's what we'll do. How are we doing here? May as well renew them, since, like I said, they're going to go bad anyway. Okay, let's go to West Tech. Let's actually make some ammo and then go to West Tech. And I probably have to take, yep, almost forgot that one. Tenderizer goes back on. Bloody mess. Super duper. Dodgy to ammo smith and build. You thought I brought a pallet of extra stuff to the back room when you actually brought a completely empty pallet. Thought I hid everything that was on it. Well, that's... okay. Interesting take. Well, in any case, I'm glad you got it worked out. Yeah, my work has been super, super weird, I'll say. Like, nothing like that. We're kind of in transition between goals, I guess you could say. And so there... I'm trying to figure out how much I can say too. I lean towards the cautious side. So let's just say that we've been working on this project, and some of the criteria have changed, and we're kind of rethinking it now. We're kind of going back, and just the process of doing that, there's been so much shuffling people around and like rethinking like how we're going to do even down to the most basic things. And a lot of the people who were on the previous part of the project were like, well, we have an option now. Like, I've done this for a while. I'm done. I'm moving on. And they're staying in the company, but they go on to another team. And so now there are fewer of us who are taking on what they used to do. And it's like, I have no idea what this is. It's like, oh, yes, but also quarterly event is upon us, and we have to figure out how to do it anyway. So there's a lot of that, like, trying to figure out other people's stuff as you're under timeline pressure. Anyway, it's not just that. There's a lot going on. It's not bad per se, but there's definitely a change. There's a change afoot. So, what are you going to do? Okay, let's go to West Tech and just kill lots and lots of super mutants. And we'll see how much more score I can get for the board. First we hide. that's about all we'll do there. Empty one round of the grenades on him. Whoop! My berry mentats went away again.
Tear you apart.
Oh, my berry mentats are still gone. I'm hitting the button. Why isn't it? That was annoying. That felt glitchy. That was a bug. The worst bugs are the ones that hit you right in the middle of combat. Taking all your stuff. Get over this way, blow up the car. There we go. Peekaboo. Missed. Ain't it? Excuse me. No. Where are you? Okay. Yeah, so that new feature where they make stuff glow until you've picked up their drops, whatever you want to call them. Really handy. That way you can kind of tell. Like previously, you couldn't tell if you used the grab everything. You couldn't tell like, well, how many did I actually grab? I've got to wander around and find all the ones that I may or may not have gotten. Now you don't even have to do that. You can just eyeball it. Okay, in we go. We were taking care of your cardboard the other day, and this older lady walked up and was sitting down when she was supposed to be working and was looking at a pack of beer. I may have met this lady. Or her cousin. Or her prototype. Or their light universe. Not dead yet. That makes me sad. There we go. You can come. I was taking. Oh, and she started saying how the government's ruining the farming industry and it should burn. Woo! Yeah, I've heard of the sort. They said she then said she was going to leave 30 minutes earlier, then walked away. It was very bizarre. You meet all sorts in those kinds of jobs, you know. Yeah. It's not an easy sort of place to work. Or it can be a challenge anyway. Alright, let's go take a look at what I've racked up here so far. We've got that. And we've got some script, so I can go trade that in now. That's cool. Next, we're on lunch boxes. There we go. The government is ruining the farming industry. Pick one and start firing. Whoop! No. Just start reload a little. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, I worked at a lot of different retail places. Worked at a Kmart as a merchandiser for a while, and I think that's probably where I met the most interesting array of people. I'm gonna die here. Like, dude, I'm busy scrapping weapons. You really gotta do this now? Where are you? Am I hitting you? Scream if I'm hitting you. Can't see past the muzzle flash. And oh, all their glowy bits are down there. There we go.
Here, human. I got a treat for you.
Then there was a lady who saw a random dog walk up behind me and said it was a Pomeranian puppy. She looked deep into your eyes after screaming and said, I need to take care of it. It was unsettling. Keep a journal, man. Like, you ever decide to write or whatever, that's like a treasure trove of characters that you can play with. Yeah. Not you either. Okay. Yeah, working like retail and that kind of thing, it used to be, combination of the people that you worked with and the customers who come in. And the customers, oh my gosh. Never come closer to, fisticuffs than working retail. And I'm not the sort. I'm not a aggressive, I'm not a scrapper. Boy, there are a lot of them out there, though.
Unstoppable.
There's a younger guy came in with his mom, and I don't remember what they were upset about. But they were upset. They came and they felt like they'd been disrespected. And I said, I'm very sorry. I said, let me see if I can find someone who you can talk to, Just talked them through it. Usual sort of stuff. Nothing all that unusual. And the son left. He's like, okay, well, I got to take care of this thing. I said, all right, you go ahead and do that. I said, well, wait here. I said, I'll call someone and, they'll come over and they'll help you deal with this. Okay. So he leaves, and I'm standing there with his mom. And she says something about, she seemed pretty genuinely surprised at whatever had happened. And I said, I'm very sorry for, if someone treated you poorly. I said, there's no excuse for them to do that. Hope we can get this taken care of for you. Kind of like standard retail talk, right? And she looked a little surprised. I was at the words, I'm sorry someone did that to you. There's no excuse for that. We will see if we can get it taken care of for you. And then her son came back. And I don't even remember what happened in the interim. They basically, they headed off at first. Now I'm in the store, and here comes the son, just in a red-faced fury at how dare you disrespect my mother and blah blah blah, and trying to poke his finger through my chest, and I'm like, there's customers everywhere. I'm standing there in the stupid little red vest that they make you wear at this place, going like, what now? I turned around, there's an older guy there. He had to be in his 70s. And he looked at me kind of funny, and he put up his fist like, come on, man, let's, he was trying to make, light of the situation. And the guy, like, I couldn't even understand what he was saying. He was in such a rage that he was just spouting gibberish. And then he left. He just stormed off and never saw the guy again. I still have no idea what he thought I did. I'm kind of curious to know, just because it seemed like it must have been pretty bad. Like, ooh, I want to know what I did too. I sound like an asshole. Like, and then he did the people who asked for Myers brand tuna. Oh dear, am I missing a joke? I don't get that. I'm like playing with the words in my head. I'm like, I don't hear anything. But I was always a little dense in that respect, so that could be me. You know, in those situations where you got the one person who gets the jokes and they're like, you SOB, how do you, all right. And they kind of joked it off. I was always the straight man in the comedy act where it's like, what is that, a good kind of tuna? Like that, I don't know. Oh, when you work at Walmart, they wanted different stuff. Nice. Okay. I gotcha. Well, you should just get some and like sell it out of the back room. Say like, yeah, I got some. How much you got? Hard to find around here, but you know, I got a little bit I keep aside for special customers. Yeah, you get no stronger sense of how people are weird and unpredictable than working with the public like that. Oh, I need to take drugs again. There we go. Get away. Don't get too close. Personal space. There we go. And looks like you're probably around the corner there. I'll go around and meet you. Yep, hello. Cool. Oh, actually, scrap ball junk. Yeah?
Time
Nope. Still too heavy. Downstairs we go. There's a guy with a bomb right outside the door. Everybody, back up. He's gonna blow me up. I'm alive. Genuinely surprised that I survived that. Huh. Go figure. Yeah, back when I worked retail too, the other thing was this was in the transition away from checks towards credit cards. You know, it got to the point where people were passing enough bad checks that one of the stores I worked at, just you had to actually provide a credit card, and legal or not, I'm not going to make the case either way, because we kept hearing from people all the time, you can't do that. And I'm like, I don't even know, man. I'm not a lawyer. You may have noticed I'm working in a retail toy store in a mall. Like, I have no idea what the legal anything is here. They pay me minimum wage. I demand your credit card number. That's the game. But yeah, we would get people in just an absolute rage that we would not just take their check. And it was always best when someone I happened to know from the community would come in and expect that I could somehow alter the rules for them because, hey, we know one another. Why, you and my kids play together growing up. I'm like, yep. And I will need your credit card, sir. Like the genuine shock on these adult people's faces when some pimply kid in a toy store can't alter the check acceptance policy for them because they know one another. Like, yep, you got me. Turns out I own the place. I just do this for fun. And may I say, I never liked you. And that's why I'm not taking your check without the credit card. And there's entitled people that when they see you pulling a pallet of cat litter taller than them, which is extremely heavy, geez, no kidding. Holy crap. Well, they want you to wait for them or get out of their way, right? It's like, oh, I'm very sorry. Grab it by the bottom and just pick it up and walk off with it. Like, there you go. Go right under there, ma'am. No, I promise I won't drop it on you. Why would I do that? It's like, you think you may have been acting poorly and you think I'm angry. Whoa, where'd you guys come from? I'll kill y'all again if I have to. Ooh, you're pretty tough. You're not dying. Like, you're way, way dead and you're not dying. You're cheating. Cheaters. Cheaters. Okay. Talk about server lag. Man alive. Sheesh. Waiting to find more in the elevator now. It's like a clown car, but it's super mutants instead of clowns and an elevator instead of a car. Drugs. Right in the noggin. A dog. Get out. Try to stop with that. It will literally push you a couple feet before it starts to stop. That's a good way to do it too. Just lock eyes with her and let it push you along a solid 5 feet. Like, sure, I'll go ahead and stop this just a moment.
Let's play.
Oi, man. there? There is. Yeah. Well, I will say I don't miss those days of having to work with the public like that. But I'll tell you too is that you do, you know, there are people of that variety in one way or another just about everywhere. Don't get me wrong, retail, you get such a high concentration of them. This thing that started, I don't know, probably in the 50s or something, where the customer is always right. It's like they aren't sometimes, and sometimes they're belligerent and wrong and kind of lacking in sense. It does no one any good to pretend like they're right. But it's generally pregnant women that do it. So I've tried stopping Twitter and ran over your foot. Oh man, dented your steel-toed boots. Yikes! No, I'd believe it. Like, we have cats. I've had to bring in a couple boxes at a time, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm done working for the day. That is heavy stuff. I couldn't imagine pulling a whole pallet of it. Let me check my perks. Brain bombs. We got an hour and 5. We got cranberry relish. Half an hour longer. We got plenty of time to blow yet. There's 1 and 2. Shouldn't have reloaded. Pregnant women I can kind of understand because they're in the same boat that you are, where it's like they also sometimes take about 5 feet to stop. And don't get me wrong, I mean, that can go either way, right? Ouch. Owie. Let go of that.
Where'd you go?
Were you shooting? You're down there, aren't you?
Gonna kill you.
There you are. Hello. I see you've confused me for a whatever the hell that is. Scrapping all the stuff. So it sounds like you're probably working the warehouse quite a bit then? Oh, hi. Just casually walking up. Can you sell me some car insurance or something? I ran out of drugs again.
I am unstoppable.
Well, they saw you coming and stepped in front of you to ask a question and got upset that I yelled at her to move because it was either that or sliding. Yeah, that's bad. Jeez. Awkward. Can't stop it. You know, just kind of do slow, like slowly run over the customer. It's always a little uneasy. Yeah, all sorts in there. And then Kmart, every Sunday, you'd get the people who would come in and move around the sale signs. And then be like, well, the sign said this was on sale. Like, that's because you moved it there. and you think I'm a moron, or you think that the company owes you something, or you think that the government has ruined farms in America for all I know, you know? Let me introduce you to my Pomeranian.
Find you soon, human.
Probably where these things came from. They weren't like bulldogs before the radiation. They were like Pomeranians. This is what they turned into. It's their evolved state. Why are you leaving? Why are you running, Mr. Tough Guy? Hit your head on the roof. You help unload the general merchandise truck, so like toys, pet stuff, sporting goods, and then you stock shelves. Then later at night, pull the general merchandise stuff to the floor. Okay, yeah, yep. That I have done that sort of thing. I actually, personally, given the choice between that or working any sort of like working at a register or a counter or something, I would always take that. I enjoyed it more. Like you said, it's physically like, it can be physically so demanding. But it also gave me a little room to just kind of disappear into my thoughts a little bit more. Which was nice. I'm lost. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, I'm super thirsty too. Drinks 8 gallons of water. I see you there. Not running out of ammo yet. That's good. Hey, Slick. Stop running around. It's not going to help. Hey, almost leveled up again, too, dog. Right in the face. Also, right in the face. Stock the food side generally has been the chili and ramen roll. I did the only thing when I was a merchandiser after doing that kind of stuff. I like being a merchandiser too, you know, the people who go around, check prices, manage some of the signing and that kind of thing, you know, signage, I guess, whatever you want to call it. The only thing I didn't like about it is I ended up in clothing, fashion, right? So I was, of all the things to stock, you know, stuff on hangers, and stuff that you can't really stack because it falls all over the place, and things that people like to rummage through, you know, so you can't find their size pantyhose or whatever. And so you're constantly dealing with the mess. It's not as bad as toys. Toys, you said you dealt with toys. I don't know what it's like there. When I worked in a toy store, it was just like little absolute maniacs turned loose in the place every day. You could just spend all night on just cycling the aisles, putting everything back on the pegs and display and shelves, and you know, just it was just nuts. And the store I worked in at the time had this policy where they're like, if they ask you to take it out of the packaging, open it up for them. And so there's constantly like loose toys all over the place, and the best thing about that job, though, I will say, was I worked at a toy store when the original Nintendo Rage hit. And so we would get in 40 some odd Nintendos at a time. And there was this just mad rush of people coming in trying to, you know, there were people opening rental stores, and they were like, I'll just buy all of them. It's like, it was kind of fun working in this madhouse when video games were just going nuts. And, you know, after work, I'd go one of the places and find a, I didn't own one myself. I couldn't afford one working at a toy store. But, and minimum wage back then, I mean, we still need to increase the minimum wage. Back then, it was like under $4 an hour. That is how old I am. And that is also how crappy corporations treated people back then, too. Let's see, yeah, sometimes during the truck, you gotta hang all the apparel and stuff that smells like someone put it on. Oh, that's bad. That's wrong. That's something wrong with the shipment there. And that's a shipment, I will point out. That's just check that letter in the middle. Ugh, that's awful. Yeah, my wife had to deal with stuff like that. She worked at Sears back in the sort of mid-'80s, somewhere around there. And yeah, she did people who would come in the store and actually do that. And just, you discover it later. It's like, ugh. People can be the absolute worst. And then I worked like consumer electronics for a while, TVs, stereos, and that kind of thing. This is when CDs wasn't in. CDs had been out for a while, I guess. I don't think DVDs were a thing yet. But it was commission, right? So, you get minimum wage, but they expect you're going to sell way above and beyond that. They don't like it if you don't sell in a minimum wage worth of stuff an hour. You're going to get talking to like every week. I got a lot of talkings to, whatever. Oh boy, there's a lot of stuff to cook. The thing is, I was going to school at the time, and I worked the night shift. People do not come in a lot to buy big ticket TVs and that kind of thing at 8, 9 p.m. on a Wednesday. That's you go out on the weekend with a family, maybe you make a day of it. Sometimes you get the guy who buys one on the way home from work or whatever, before he can think too hard about it or whatever. Generally not, though. And so every once in a while I'd work a longer weekend, or I'd work a holiday weekend or something, and then you sell all kinds of stuff. Like, you don't have to do anything. You just man the register, and people will come up to you and just keep buying stuff. And so then they, then I get different talking to. I get the, see, you can do it if you put your, put your mind to it. You can do anything, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it was random. Like, as much as I'd like to take credit for this, it was a random event. It was a bunch of people who came in to buy stuff to take back to wherever they were from because it was cheaper here. They couldn't get it there or something, and that's it. You get $18 an hour, and that's minimum, but it feels like it's just the money doesn't have as much weight since everything. No, you're exactly right. The buying power for that, like when I mentioned how much I made, or how little I made. Yeah, those dollars went a lot further. It sounds like a huge difference. It's not as big a difference as it sounds. I will say that working as a software engineer for $7.50 an hour, that was a crap wage. That was basically being taken advantage of by the place I got started at. But it got me into the job. It got me experience that I wouldn't have gotten probably any other way. So it ended up, I made the best of it. Blessing in disguise, definitely. But, yeah, it was not easy. Deal a critical hit to an enemy. I didn't see that one. Complete an event. We got 4. Meat-based meal. I'm not really doing that now. Gold bullion. I don't see how many treasury notes I've got saved up. And then the Moonshine Jamboree daily challenge. I think that one's a Meyer event, if I remember right. I don't know. go back here, look at the scoreboard, and did I advance anymore? I did. We'll get some more of those. Floodlight. That's kind of cool looking. Gas is just about a day's worth of work for one day. Right? Yeah, exactly. No, perfect example. Absolutely nuts. I saw a really good article the other day that was talking about that, because you know how it goes. I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know where you or anyone else watching stands on this, but that's okay. Saw a really good article talking about it, because a lot of people are pointing fingers a lot of different places to, who's driving the cost of gas up, and some of the stuff that you'll see out there. But it did a really good analysis of where it's coming from. Whoop! What am I carrying? I'll put this down again. And yep. Oh, yeah, that's much better. Right. Much better. Of course. Way better spot than just up there in the road. And it talked about, like, from where I sat. So there's food companies, the oil industry, and certain other industries are making, you'll hear this a lot, right? They are making record profits right now. And at the same time, they're like, oh, but there's all this pressure on, we have to, so they're cutting wages and raising prices and raking in the profits. And it's really tempting to go, like, oh, okay, well, that's it. And it is. But there's another step to it, right? The oil industry in particular has, like, you'll hear Biden say this, where they've got their permits to drill, but they won't. And that's true. You'll also hear that they have other reserves that they are not releasing into the market, never mind even drilling. They actually have oil in reserve that they are not releasing for sale to keep those prices high. And the people who are pressuring them to do it are oil industry investors and the big banks. Bank of America in particular. They win my vote for being one of the most out in the open evil companies I've ever met. I've ever had the misfortune to do business with or hear about. And it's like, there are these companies you hear about that do investment and that kind of thing, and they're no one you'd ever interact with, right? They're some kind of investment firm. They're a, whatever. They're like a mutual fund. They manage mutual funds or something. I can't think of it. Like a financial company. Bank of America is like down the street. You can walk in, and you can kind of see the effect of what they do at every single level, where they old nickel and dime you literally, except now it's not nickels and dimes, it's dollars, it's ones, fives, and tens, for every little thing. You want to talk to a human being, we're going to charge you. You want to close your account? That'll cost you money. You don't have enough in your account to close it. That last part's a little made up, but it's getting at the absurdity. It's not far off from the absurdity that they will go to. Things like having jobs in the past where every single payday we deposit our paycheck there. Every single payday it clears in a certain amount of time, and then 1 week they're like, no, we had to check it, and they will hold it for I don't know how many days before they actually deposit it. You've deposited it, they have the check in possession, they're processing it, they don't actually transfer the funds to your account for a number of days. And when you're living, paycheck to paycheck, that's a kick in the gut. I mean, you can't buy gas, you can't buy food, you can't do the basic things you need to do. And then this goes all the way up to, again, they're one of the main players that are putting pressure on the oil industry, where they're heavily invested, to not release product to market, which would drop prices, because they want the price high, because, well, it's been a hard 10 years for them. There have been a couple times where they almost had a loss. And it's like, are you kidding me? Oh, I absolutely can't stand it. I've never been the raging sort of, hooray capitalism sort anyway, but I'm so much further away from that now than I've ever been. Oh, that's random points. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I just can't stand it. Gets me going, man. I think at this point, probably going to go and get the junk from the junk trunk. And then I'm not sure what after that. Maybe I will go eat a bunch of meat-based meals. Make my poor character really sick. Oh, I'm still... That's why I was here. I got on my little rant. I forgot why am I here? I don't know. Just act like you know what you're doing. Geez, tons of grenades. Sell those off again. Yeah. Now, good? Now, no, not... What am I carrying? Oh, I bet I know what I'm carrying. I'm now the team leader. Well, we've cycled through a bunch of people. Fusion core, don't want them. Harpoons, don't want them. Mini nukes, 3 of them. Too heavy. Boy, there's a lot of stuff that I don't need in there. And that did it. There we go. Much, much better. I've never looked into it because I've honestly just never really cared. I want to get to tomorrow, if that makes any sense. No, that makes perfect sense. Here's the thing. Even if you did think about it, what would you do? Not that you don't care. No, I understand. I don't hear it that way. Really, it's that's the other frustrating thing. Like, if you actually devote any mental energy to this, it's not like you can do a lot about it. Why I think I'll go on Twitter and do an angry tweet. It's like, that'll teach him. Yeah. Bernie Sanders has been all over. I use TikTok fairly regularly. Bernie Sanders clips have been all over there recently talking about these sorts of things where he's like, look, we're heading towards, eviction notice. Oh, that's the Super Mutants one again. No, I need the moon. Give me the Moonshine one, man. May have to wait for another day for that one. That's okay. But yeah, he's like, we're turning into an oligarchy very, very quickly. It's going to be a few very well-off, well-funded, families, corporations that basically control all this stuff. So, no, I get where you're coming from. I know, I think about the same thing. I'm like, okay, well, cool, what do I do? It's like, I guess I'll go to work in the morning. I used to for a while, since I worked in software, if you're into entrepreneurship, I think can still be a pretty interesting place to be. Not as much as it used to be. I think I was in there when there was more of a chance that you could, from your garage, make something that really shook up part of the industry. I still think you can. I think it's something that's very unique to software that is difficult to... Like, if corporations like Microsoft and Oracle and Google and Amazon could, and Amazon's actually better at this than any of them, let me tell you. But anyway, if they could make it so that it was actually a lot harder for you to do a garage thing that would disrupt them, they would. And Amazon did. Google tried it too, but they kind of failed. Microsoft has done it, but they, I don't think of it that way, and they overpriced it. And now they've kind of shot themselves in the foot. And that is the infrastructure business. Like, if you make a software product, you do a website or something, and you want to, you're going to have some place to host that. Maybe you do an app, right? Actually, we'll get to the app in a minute. So I'm going to make a product like a website, and it's really cool, and people love it, and they're actually willing to pay money for it. Awesome. And not only are they willing to pay money for it, but it's like an add-in to some other established company's platform. It adds value to what they do. So they're going to come knocking on your door and go, hey, that's an awesome thing. Can we give you $1 gajillion for it? Thank you. You make this thing. Well, where are you going to host it? You got to run it on some kind of server or something, right? Well, the odds that you're going to be able to run that on your own hardware, slim to none. Woo! far too expensive to do that sort of thing. I've not looked into these industries for a while, but the people who used to do like co-location and all that, which was really expensive. Okay, here comes Amazon and Google and Microsoft and others, by the way. There are other players in this industry. And they do this thing where there's an industry that's grown up around it. They host it for you. You rent out servers, just like it used to be in the early days of computing, but a lot more sophisticated. And so they'll rent out the servers, and you do the network configure, and you can do it all from code. That's the other thing. You don't have to have people who go to a data center, though you can. But you do everything, remotely. And cool, it sounds great. It is great in a lot of ways, except that you are paying Amazon for everything. If you're hosting on AWS, they get money for your network hops and your server time and your messages that are sent and your database capacity and. And so it's like, it was a brilliant business move, the way they set it up. And there's no two ways about it. They did a brilliant job of establishing themselves in that industry. But I hate the idea that anything I might start that like everyone pays Amazon rent, or everyone pays, to a lesser degree, Microsoft rent, or that kind of thing. It doesn't matter what you do. Someone who may essentially be your competition gets a cut of what you're doing. And it's really, I don't know of a way around that. I don't know how to get around that these days. So that's okay. Let's make something instead where you don't have to host it on a server. I'm going to make a phone app, right? It's going to be a brilliant phone app. It's going to be find whatever the hell it is you're looking for and find it cheaper than anyone else. I know that supposedly Google and other people do that, but no, they don't. They try. They don't. They sell ad space now. Like the other day, I had my phone. I was looking for coffee drive-through, and it told me IHOP. I'm like, I don't think they'd appreciate that. I think it'd probably leave a mark. I don't think I'm supposed to drive through there for coffee. So Doodle, all these places, they're not very, let's say you made something like that and it actually worked. Actually, bad example, because that one, you're going to need server space again. So I don't know exactly what it is. You're going to make some brilliant app that doesn't actually require server anything, and yet is incredibly valuable to people, and they're willing to pay money for your app. Okay, well, now you're going to pay the app tax, right? You're still going to be paying a pretty hefty chunk of what you make off of sales to whoever is hosting your app in their store. We're at the point where I think that they need to consider invoking, if not, it's not like a monopoly, but some form of antitrust laws to break up some of these things so that there's more competition within the industry, and they have a bigger obligation, A, to keep their costs low, to do more profit, like benefit sharing with their clients. Who is, someone's shooting me. I can't see it. Anyway, got me going, man. Or I got myself going anyway. You're all blurry. Yes, now you're even blurrier, technically. Olive Garden. Remember learning about those, but don't remember much other than referring to them as Olive Garden. Well, that word has kind of come into, the public sort of sphere of discussion a lot more lately, too, because of the Russian-Ukrainian conflict and the fact that Russia actually is pretty much an oligarchy in a lot of ways, where it's a limited number of super rich families and corporations that control much of the politics and what's going on in the country. There were reports very quickly after the conflict in Ukraine started where certain billionaires were hopping onto their yachts and skedaddling because they were afraid that the international community was going to come after their stuff. And they were, I think. I think that was probably well-founded. But that was it. It was oligarchs and yachts, which sounds like a weird game. Probably could be. Make a new version of Monopoly, but there's like oceans and stuff, and you actually have like conflicts that occur. And the point is, you try to escape with as much of your goods as you can. That could work as a board game. You say all this sophisticated stuff, and I make an Olive Garden joke. Well, at least, oh no, come on, man! It was a good joke. Let me tell you, people will like that joke more than they'll like any of the blah 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 that I'm saying. And I don't feel bad about that. I liked what I liked. I'm okay with it. I would rather be able to tell one good joke than cite 10 news facts. I mean, I want the news facts too. Like, I want to stay up to date on stuff. I just want to be able to tell some good jokes as well. No, it's just, I don't know, it's one of those things that the only reason any of this comes to mind is, like I said, I started out in software at a time when I thought maybe I could make a better living for myself and my family if I work really hard and do these things. And, yeah, I mean, short version, it did not work out. And it didn't work out because the companies that we very often work for are super, super greedy about in their policies and stuff. I can remember certain companies like Radio Shack having contracts that basically said, now this is more rumor. Take it with a grain of salt. Do your own research. But it wasn't completely unfounded that companies would have contracts that basically said if you invent something during your employment, they either own it outright or at the very least they have the rights of first refusal. Rights of first refusal means that if you decide to sell it, they get to consider buying it first. They get the right to say no first before anyone else. And all that just for doing a retail job, frankly, at a slowly dying electronics store. Apple had similar policies. Lots of companies have had that. Between things where they would claim rights to inventions that you made, not at work, like for a while, it wasn't even necessarily on the job using their equipment. It was just during your employ with them. And I think those things probably got challenged in court quite a bit. And so then there was a shift more towards, like you just more reasonable. Like if you are actually using their resources to do stuff, yeah, they're gonna say like, look, we sort of indirectly invested in that. We have a stake in it, so you owe us. Which is why you never ever, if you work for a company like that, you never ever use their stuff if you're doing that kind of work. You keep things completely isolated. They actually, so where I work now, they are, this is a normal, common policy that they are basically saying that, look, if you want to look at work email and that kind of thing on your phone, then you have to install this additional software that basically allows us to brick your phone should there be some sort of reason to believe that you may be absconding with company secrets, right? There's no way I'm putting that on my phone. So I don't check anything from my phone like that. I do not check email from my phone at all. I do not, like if I'm coding something, and even if I'm just kind of playing around, I do not work on it both at home and at work. I have completely physically separate machines. I do not share code. The end. It's just too easy to get caught up in, like, heaven forbid, success should be your worst enemy, and you make something really cool, but now they own a large portion of it, or they own it outright because you happen to use their computer and their disk space or their time, At which point, whether you think it's excessive or not, they kind of do have a little bit of a right to what you're working on because you use their stuff. Anyway, the point is, I pursued a lot of that early on in my career. Came up with a couple fairly decent things, like technologies that actually did cool stuff. Had the potential to save tons and tons of development hours in either prototyping or rapid UI development. I worked on a thing. This isn't anything that you could. I don't think you could patent it. Or, well, I guess maybe you could. I don't know. Worked on a thing very early on where a number of things. Worked for a company that did like custom manufacturing of really high-tech stuff, and so there were a lot of opportunities there to work on very, very cool, whether it's just an algorithm or some kind of hardware tech. We had a guy who did, like, early on in the business, did machine vision technology and that kind of thing. And the company actually had a really good take on it, where they would be like, yeah, do that. We will help you start up a company. We'll be your first customer. They would establish rights of first refusal. Totally makes sense. They're investing in you. You know, it was outstanding. They could be kind of a rough and demanding crowd working for them, but that was who they were. You gotta know what you're getting into. And then I went from there to another company where I developed similar stuff and was kind of expecting the similar sort of response, where it's like, look, I made a thing that'll benefit you, but it also has use outside the company, and wouldn't it be cool if we... And the answer was no. Do your job, go home, and by the way, now that thing you made, now it belongs to someone else. Don't work on it anymore. It's like, are you kidding? It's like, nope. You're all done. Absolute trash. So between that and failed attempts to actually start up some kind of tech business over and over and over again, and partially because of the way things work in terms of what investors demand and how corporations work, and there are people who can do it, but man, you've really got to be willing to play one very particular game. And if you aren't able to do that, or you just aren't interested in doing that, don't bother. And the Silicon Valley, what's a good word for it? The Silicon Valley's ethic sounds like a little bit of an oxymoron, frankly. But that sort of approach to things, it just dominates that industry. And let me tell you, a lot of the stuff, like being in software, Silicon Valley is not all that. They just have a sort of a game that they play that, if you want to compare actually useful technology, things that either improved people's lives or had kind of a long, useful road ahead of them, versus things that are hypeable and investable but may not, basically they're just sort of shuffling around the money. Silicon Valley is really good at shuffling around money. There are a lot of people who call BS on me for that, and I do not care. You got a phone from Walmart, but they can check what you're doing at all times on it. Yep. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm referring to. Yeah, the person who looks at it asked my brother how he likes Hill Climb Racing, a phone game that he plays at lunch. That's creepy. Like, I know, like, I've got a laptop from my employer. I know that they can track when I'm logged in and what I'm doing. And sometimes I work on my laptop, and sometimes I do pencil and paper. If I'm doing design or something, a lot of the time I don't like using a laptop. You know, I go back to old methods because it's just better for my brain. It's easier to kind of reason things out that way. And sometimes I'll kind of wonder, like, you know, they're going to be able to tell that I'm not, like, on the computer all the time. I don't think they would dream in a million years of actually saying anything like, why weren't you on your computer today? Or you know, checking in on things, because there's got to be a certain degree of trust in the relationship, and I deliver what they ask for, so they don't really have a good reason to ask. But yeah, people who use that and are like, "Oh, cool, I can," and they're because it's possible, I also have a right to do so, or I should do so, or it's not at all creepy when I do that. No, really, it's creepy as hell. Don't do it. You know, do not walk up to someone and go, "Hey, how do you like that software you've been using?" It's like, ooh, not at all now. It's fine until this creepy person walked up to me at work and started asking about it. So yeah, it's good to be careful with that stuff. Do I have some more legendaries. Oop, over here. Weapon. We'll sell all this stuff too. No. Basically, my take has been that there's a better version of this whole thing that we could have pursued and started to pursue in the early days of the sort of big tech explosion in the internet, and then money kind of took over. And that's the end of that. Mess. We'll take Green Thumb back off. I guess I need to go get some more. Grabbed a bunch of stuff I'm not so sure I actually want to use now, frankly. How long have I been doing? It's about 3 hours in. I think I'm probably going to wrap it up pretty soon here. It's been good. I will be honest, I didn't make it as far along the board as I thought I might. I don't know what to make of that. I am seeing the bonuses pop up more often, so there is at least that. I just did that. I don't need to do anything. It is working. I think over time, I'm going to see the benefit of the acceleration from using the low health build, and I was making sure I didn't accidentally sell one of my nice weapons. Why is it? That's weird. Huh. Not that. Event, test your metal. Help the Brotherhood of Steel learn to survive the metal dome. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I'm tired. But I should go check out the new event. Yeah, I'm just going to sell the stuff off for today.
Free supply here, citizen.
And they don't give you enough for those.
Don't face the wasteland without the proper supply.
But no, I go off on all this stuff because I'm basically opinionated and a bit of a loudmouth about it. So.
Stock up now while supplies are available.
I used to admire people who are really able to sort of survive well in that sort of system as it is, you know what I mean? Because it does, I mean, you know, it does take a lot of smarts. It does take a lot of intelligence and persistence, hard work, perseverance, a lot of skills that I also just do not have around networking and social things and persuasion. And I know a couple of people who are actually really, really good at it. And, you know, the ones I happen to know, thankfully, are also super nice people. But I just can't help but feel like they're the exception. And it's not that I realistically expect everyone to shift their rules just because I want to play the game, so to speak. I do think that people overall miss out on a better version of the technological landscape because of the way that game is played. You know, if Doodle had continued to evolve along the don't be evil lines, I think that we'd all be in a much better spot in terms of finding what we need, what we like, getting reliable information, avoiding, say, like mass dissemination of outright lies around political elections, that sort of thing. There's a guy you worked with that has some phrases he says to everyone whenever you see him, and he'll say it repeatedly if you have prolonged exposure to him. Really? Huh. He'll say, "What's your status? Are you putting on the Ritz? What's your situation?" And how's your honeys? He sounds like a character, at least a little bit. We're going to join an event. I have no idea what this is. No idea how to play it. We're just going to go in and bumble around and make everyone mad at me. Oh, actual theme music and stuff.
I am a link in the chain. I will not let my brethren down.
What is that? How much ammo do I have? Oh, I've still got like 12,000. Man, I made a lot. Okay.
Some of these ruined bots back before
The heck? Speak to Initiate Pappas. I don't know who that is.
Can do this. Initiate Pappas has our backs. He's gonna bring in some backup.
I don't suppose you want to help.
Back to the metal dome, Rusty Rules, Bud Cookies, and Guests. I'm Buzzsaw, your master of ceremonies for this robot throwdown. You're about to see the best Rust Eagle war machines take on a team of wasteland warriors in 3 rounds of brutal combat. Turn your attention to the arena floor and let's introduce our combatants.
Okay.
We've got a grudge match for you today. The Gladiators of Steel are back for 3 more rounds of punishment.
Oh, it's over there.
Gladiators, let's see if you survive round 1.
I'm late. I went the wrong way. I'm in. Whoop. Kind of cool looking. Whoops, sorry. Kind of cool looking robots. Stay away. Neat new design. The guy talks so much but doesn't say anything. Everyone finds him very annoying. I kind of know the sort. Yeah, this is helping with the experience boost, so that's cool. Okay, drugs. Take the drugs. Take them now. Self peer pressure, yeah. Or are we supposed to shoot the one that's not red? Seriously. He was just playing music.
You may have survived the first round, but we won't make that mistake again. Welcome to round 2.
Whoop, whoop. Where? There we go. Fire jets. This is kind of fun. I could get used to this one. Somehow I won the Gorge Junkyard. That's how good I am. Oh, retake. Never mind. Well, I got credit for doing the event, so, you know, I'll take it. Heal the Brotherhood Scout. Where is he? No, Brotherhood Scout. Come on. Okay, we got him. That's kind of cool. Emote in the arena to hype up. Okay. This is fun. Totally confused. Brother's name is Charlie, and he's very blunt with the annoying guy. The guy tells my brother, "Good time, Charlie." Sounds like not good at all. Nice. Who's hit where? That's a good spot. Ouch. I'm not seeing any bad guys. Who's shooting at what? Oh. Pardon. Dead? Oh, it's dead. Heal the Brotherhood technician. If I knew where, I would. Anyone know where he is? Baiting myself a little too much here. Oi. Maybe don't get so close to him so that we can all shoot. Hey, we did it. Nice. Yeah, it's a good one. I mean, he's basically just shooting the hell out of absolutely everything. He started calling you Taco for some reason. Who the hell knows, right? I don't know. Maybe it's the first thing he ever saw you eat or something. Nickname people. So where are we again? Oh, we're okay. Default name. That's okay. Oh, no, not toggle active. I wanted to travel. Come on. Alright, toggle active, and then boop. fast travel. You've never eaten a taco here. That's even better. Just who the heck knows? Oh, I can't fast travel because I'm over encumbered. Yeah, this is kind of cool. I like this one. What you got? I'll take it. Maybe you should. Maybe it'll just freak him out. I thought I knew where we... Oh, just a point along the tracks. Okay. Alright. If nothing else, it's nice to have a little more variety in the game. Just some new stuff to... Even if it's... I honestly don't mind the shoot everything in sight events, you know? But it's nice that they've added some new ones. Again, just so you have a little variety. You don't have to do the same thing all the time. That's cool. And then I think I saw that... Go to the scoreboard... Oh, or not. Not yet, I thought. Oh, look. Oh, man. 25 points shy. Okay. Fast travel up there. Here's a very weird story time. One time there was a guy who worked there that I heard a guy is going in the bathroom, and he walked to the door, banged on it, and said, "Oh, jeez." Yeah, there's a lot of that too, right? Oh, the stories that I could either tell or that I've heard from other folks. Yeah. Important thing with retail is not to let it taint or threaten your confidence in humanity. Because it kind of can sometimes. There's another little guy. That way. Seven events so far today. For me, I think that's getting close to a record. The guy said, "Please go away." He refused to, so I kept banging on it and said, "How do you stop that? It's not family friendly." Then he left. Then realized he might have left his phone. Oh no. Might have left his phone in the stall. This does not sound good. Okay. Gold bullion. Let's go do that real quick. See how much I've got. Click. Click. There we go. What time are we getting to here? I think I know. Oh, no, it's actually not as late as I thought it would be. It's okay, actually, one or the other. This is what I plan to do tonight. I've known since last week. As soon as I found out they would be dropping the new season today, I'm like, yeah, I'm probably going to see if I can wrap up work on time.
I've met a lot of friends here in Foundation.
Start streaming. Basically just, you know, game the night away. Hello? Sure, that was a weird looking thing. The heck was that?
Civilization is being rebuilt right here in Foundation.
What I'm doing. 51. Oh, so okay, 40. Well, there's that requirement for the day. Nice. So hover over there. We get the floodlight. We get a bunch of gold bullion. So even better. 3,000 now. Still not quite enough. Banged on the door and said, "Is my phone in there?" And the guy yelled, "F off, please," and started crying. So the guy ran out and went home because he lost his phone and realized he never brought it with him.
I believe I lost my Nuka-Tap.
Oh my gosh.
So you like big guns? Yeah, they pack a heck of a punch.
You know, sometimes I kind of wonder how folks make it through a day. Go figure, huh? Alright. Well, I think that's finally it. I think I'm finally done. I'm going to go put up a floodlight somewhere. Go take the, Brotherhood of Steel event again. They've got a weird schedule on those things tonight. But I'm done. I've got to go get some dinner, get myself cleaned up and ready for the day tomorrow, do some writing, the usual. If I stay here too much longer, I'm not going to have any energy to do any of that. It's not that games are tiring, right? It's more that, like, they kind of sap your energy slowly as you're playing. So you can feel fine while you're playing the game, and then you stop, and it's like, oh, what happened? Weapons. Nothing there, nothing there. Nothing there. I'll deal with that in a minute. Yeah, sure. I'll put those in there. 50. Psycho tats are the one thing that I actually sell for more than the game suggests. Put some stim packs in there too. Yeah, I haven't seen you around for a long time. I'm glad you stopped by. Glad we're able to chat and catch up on things, and it's good talking to you. So there's all that. Can't do much with that. Who does their part 1? Don't need it. Bear-proof trash can. I don't know why they suggest so much for that one.
Attention, citizens. Nuclear strike.
I see where someone's dropping the bomb.
Please exit the area.
It was actually kind of fun building a camp, even though it didn't last very long. Building a camp that was in the midst of an area that got bombed a lot. Watching the wave of nuclear destruction take out my house was actually strangely fun. The physics of it and the animation were actually pretty good. Better than I expected. Boy, I picked up a lot of ammo today. Okay. Oh, there you go. Happy shopping. Free fusion tours today only. There's a good picture. Briefly. And there you go. Cool. Let's see if I need to fix anything, actually. Been a while. Would not be surprised if my armor and weapons were about to just fall apart. Am I missing something here? Why is... Oh, weird. I don't know. Okay, and then take off, fix it good, put on weapon artisan, repeat. Yeah, that's what I thought. I knew there was something that was getting pretty low. But that's it. Alright. Put Nerd Rage back on. Sure, okay, why not? Super Duper goes on, and we go over here. What am I doing? Nope, that's not it. Craft. Like I said, it kind of pays to keep the rotten stuff around. You can always use it for something. And the fertilizer isn't just for gardening. You also use it in making grenade, certain kinds of explosive ammo. So, oops, nope, just took that off. That's all good. That's all good. Cool.
Hey, Ken?
Yeah.
Are you able to make mashed potatoes?
Sure.
Thank you. Dinner's pretty much ready.
Okay, I'm wrapping up here.
Can you go look at the roast to make sure it's actually...
I have expected to find someone to sleep in the room because I did not leave that open. So, like, someone else maybe picked the lock to get in there. I don't know. Unless people on my team can get past the locks without effort. I have no idea. Oh. Oh, okay, okay. Colossal problem there, and then... Come on.
Okay, good. Taste
Oh, so test your metal in the middle of a nuke zone. That's curious.
Oh.
I will not be doing that one. That's kind of cool that they put they had to have put that one there on purpose because
Okay, good.
yeah, notice no one's going over to fight Earl. They're all running to the new event. Earl's going to be lonely, but alive. So you know.
Okay, good. Oh.
Still got the Moonshine Jamboree. How far did I actually make it along the scoreboard today? How many spots? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not bad. That's really not that much more than on a typical season. So I was wondering earlier if they may have accelerated the rate at which you need to get points. I don't think so, but I'm kind of curious.
I don't think they used to.
I don't know. We'll see.
I'm sorry.
Okay, let's take off the gear. Whoops, that's not it. All good. And it's off to bed. All right. Yeah, no, Jamie, I'm really glad you came by. Like I said, it's always a lot more fun when you're hanging out. We can chat. Hope you had fun. Glad to hear things are going well, if weird, but retail is weird, right? Like, that's unfortunately kind of par for the course, but I hope other things are going well for you too. Say hi to your family, take good care of yourself, and I will probably continue streaming Friday nights. I know that probably does not line up with your schedule real well. Maybe we can talk about that too. So long as I limit it to roughly one night a week. Maybe I'll make Tuesdays a thing, since that's when they're typically going to announce new stuff. So, but anyway, God bless, take care, and I will see you again before too long. Have a good night.